everybody, welcome to an updated altar tour. I know I haven't been recording for a while, don't worry. I'm trying to get in the swing of things. Life is just busy and you don't need to hear about that because it's not that interesting. Just know that content is back and I'm sorry that I've been gone. And as you can see, my altar is in a completely different place, or at least if you've seen pictures on Instagram of my room, my altar, or if you've seen my other altar tour, which was a life update video at the same time. My altar was all the way over there against that wall, and now my bed frame is. Well, my headboard is. So yeah, I have completely changed around my room. I swapped my bed with my vanity, basically. So I'm gonna start here, go here, and then there's a few pieces around my room that I'd also like to share. If you'd like to know how I made any of this stuff, I will tell you throughout the video if I did a tutorial on it, or you can comment down below and tell me if you want a tutorial on it. So starting over here, I made this yesterday actually. It's just sticks from my garden when my mum trimmed some trees, and I just hot glued them together at these points. I would like to just secure them with some jute string, but I ran out doing a star with sticks that you'll see in a minute. I don't like this wallpaper flaring up. So it's just stuck to my wall with blue tack right now. I kind of want to put like a small nail and just hang it, but right now it's just got blue tack on it just so that it's like where I want it. And right below that, on my vanity, is my crystals. Thought I was gonna go for my chest. Help. So these are my little crystal chips. If you've seen any of my DIY videos, I have used these quite a bit. It's just a set from Amazon. They're pretty small chips. The clay quartz, for some reason, is like a powder in there. It is so fine. Not fine as in, fine. Like, okay, moving on. This is my sage. It's thickums. I've had it for legit, like, it's not been a year. It's at least been months, but it is lasting me so long. I love it. If you want to know where any of these are from, I normally get, I get my herbs and stuff from wingsinthenight.co.uk. check them out. I've shouted them out on my Instagram a couple of times. You can see things that I got from there. I got marigold, I got a lot of things. And then I get my crystals and stuff from the psychic tree, other than the ones that I already have, which was from a National Geographic geology kind of collector's thingy-majigger. So yeah, that's where I get all my stuff, if you're wondering. So this little adorable chest, which I love so much, has got all of my crafting and herbs in it. Big sack of marigold, salt, rosemary stalks, rosemary, some flakies of sage, pepper. I made some egg powder recently. Just ground up some eggs in my mortar and pestle. These are new, these little wooden spoons, so that I can like measure a little bit more accurately what I'm doing. Instead of just saying a pinch of this and a pinch of that, I can be like a teaspoon. And they're just cute little spoons to have, I guess. It would be really easy to scoop water and things like that. Below that is my wand, which I didn't used to feel very connected to because I was unhappy with it. I was like, oh, it's kind of just thrown together. I wanted jute string, not this string. I wish I had painted the protection rune on it a little bit neater, but now I'm completely fine with it. There are so many things that I love about this wand. It is completely fine with me right now. I'm not going to be changing it anytime soon. Then over here I have a dried up rose, which came from this jar before this jar was this jar. And I keep it here just to not resemble earth, that would be salt, but just plants, nature, things like that. And plus it's quite my aesthetic. So this is my offering jar at the moment. These are from a tree outside, and I know they're wilted, but I am going to switch them out, don't worry. It's just that I keep them until the very last second, so that, you know, I could get everything out of it, basically. I don't want to ever waste it. And I'll definitely use the twig for something, I think. So I painted this, and I put a picture on Instagram, not knocking things over. I put a picture on Instagram when I put it on my altar. So if you follow me on Instagram at ASDMA, you would have seen this. The jar isn't textured, it looks like that because I used a car washing sponge to dab on the paint so it was thicker and didn't take me like a million years to paint it. So I used black acrylic paint to paint the goddess and god symbols on it, which this jar is like a perfect shape for all of this. I love it. And I painted the opening and the beginning of the inside. The whole inside isn't black, but yeah, just the bits I'm going to say. So moving along, this is my puppet, my personal one. I showed it in my tutorial where I said how to make puppets. Are you seeing me? So yeah, I have it's made out of corn husk. I do have a tutorial on my channel you can watch if you want to know how to make it. Mine has got a tree of life charm. There we go, charm on it. I just keep it at the back so it's like watching over everything I do, and then I can do what I need with it. All the way along the back here is my incense burner. He holds incense in there. I don't have any right now. I was burning some yesterday. You can still see the ash. This is from Nemesis Now. This is everything. I love this. It's literally the best. It's resin and hand painted, and it is so heavy. So then of course I have goddess, god, deity candles, and I made these out of paper clay and some metallic rock painting paint, which is also here. So this is a necklace I made. I took some really nice pictures of it in a rose bush for Instagram, so go check out my jewellery Instagram at Bright Chains, which I haven't posted on because I've lost access to it and I'm working so hard to get it back and I'm so devastated. But please go check them out, check out my business, all that kind of stuff. There's a picture of this on there that I really like. Yeah, I made this before I was Wiccan, except I added this when I bought some pentagram charms. So yeah, I made this before I was Wiccan, but it fits pretty perfectly. I love bird skulls. I got these two from Brighton, and some of these beads are from an old necklace that I found in a charity shop in Brighton. So all of this is pretty good. Anyway, it's kind of like my rosemary. I like to just hold it when I meditate and things like that. It's just a bit grounding. So this is a pine cone. This is a ritual that I did in Feel. It's just a pine cone with some small pieces of paper in it which have affirmations and things I want to succeed in this year. And I just keep it in the center back. I just accidentally pulled one out. That's not good. This one keeps falling out. I feel like that's a sign that it's not gonna happen. I don't want to look at what one it is. I'm so sad. Anyway, I keep it in the back center of my altar just because I feel like, you know, center of life. Make sure that these things are in the center of your life, that you're always thinking about it. I don't know. This is a selenite stick or wand. It's not actually, I don't use it as a wand, but you know the shape, it's called a wand. Again, I got that from the psychic tree. And then these are rocks from, you know, a lake somewhere probably, but from a rock painting kit. And then this is the gold paint that come with it, and these are sigils that I made. I think I did a tutorial on sigils. I can't remember. I might have. I might not have also though. You can look for that. If there isn't one, comment down below and say if you want me to do one, because it's actually pretty simple. I just have a bad memory there, so I think I might have and just forgotten. So this, oh goodness. These are my crystals that I always keep on, you know, the selenite, hi Sebastian, all of these things. Of course I keep this by my candle for the solar energy. And this is, you know, this is just good to hold when you meditate, you know, amethyst is good health, all those nice things. This purple candle, I shortened the wick, that's why it already looks burnt, but I haven't started burning it. This is purple for summer equinox, spring equinox, obviously. My cauldron, which I haven't done anything in recently, but I did clean it and purify it, so that's nice. Then this shell I found nowhere near a beach, just on the path I was walking when I was getting some groceries, and it was just on the floor, and I was like, thank you, I'll take that. Because I don't have a chalice of water, to me, the shell is kind of resembling the ocean, water, that kind of element. I don't have any problems with that. I know that some people might be like, well, you have to have water, and it's like, but I don't have anything to put it in that I'm connected to. I don't have anything, I don't trust myself to have water on my altar. I will spill it everywhere and ruin everything. So I just prefer to have a shell to resemble that, but Of course, I do bring water when I need it. I just bring exactly the amount I need. This is my grounding spray. It's rose water, which I made myself by boiling some. You know what? I should do a tutorial on rose water spray. It's actually really easy. And I have a smaller crystal than that one in it, so it's good. And some raw amethyst chunks, not the little tiny flakes from in there. I have a raw amethyst that shed a little bit, and I just put some of those larger crystals in there. This is my happy jar, which I did do a tutorial on, and I was thinking, you know, if you guys you're new to Wicca, you don't have these supplies and things, I was thinking, would anyone be interested in buying these if I put them on my Bright Chains Etsy? And I don't have to just do happy ones, I could do protection ones, I could do money ones. Comment down below, because I'm genuinely considering that. I have a lot of these jars, so it'd be a really good way to get rid of them. This I did do a tutorial on in the same video as this actually. It's just a salt purifying sack with some amethyst, rose quartz, no, clear quartz, and some flakes of sage. This is actually really good for just like dusting over my workspace to purify it, or dusting it over rocks if I don't feel like using my sage. And also for casting a circle, letting the salt dust fall around me. Of course, salt water is a more popular thing, but again, I don't really have water in my room. But when this stops giving me salt dust, I'm going to separate the crystals from it and the sage, everything purified, so it'll be fine to use again. And then I will dissolve it in some salt water to use for casting a circle and other spells and such. So this is the craft that I used all the drying up on. It's a star. It currently has some hot glue on it just to keep it in place until everything is situated. It's, you know, tight and not gonna move because it does have a tendency to move itself. This is my grimoire with my handmade little. I made this just to remind me of the witches' runes, so, and all of the meanings and things like that. Just, you know, I don't currently have a rune set. Really want one, so I'm working on that. But yeah, that's my actual altar, so I hope you guys like that. And now I'm going to move around my room because there is a couple of things that I made that I want to show you that are in my bedroom. So in my window, hi Sebastian, in my window I have hanging this little sundial thing. It's so pretty. When the sun is just about right there, it casts onto this little, it's not a crystal, it's just like a reflective bead, and little rainbows pop up in my room. Maybe I should take a picture for Instagram one day. But above that I have a protection sack, which I did do a tutorial on. There you go, that's what it looks like. It's just looped on with the twine that's tying it together. So yeah, that's up there, which is nice. I like having those protection sacks by the window. It's a little bit like a witch's ball. It won't catch anything, but it's kind of at the access point which, you know, things can come in sort of idea. So this is from a little shop in Portsmouth called Folio, which is so cool. I love it in there. It's a little sack. It's going to take 2 hands to open this. Okay, I opened it. It's just a little sack with... These are kind of like puppets, but from the Mayans. So they're little stick people. There are some men and women in there. And the Mayans believe that if you just like hold it and say your worries to it, they're called worry dolls. So you say what you're worried about. Maybe you've got a presentation coming up at work. It can be something so mundane as like, oh, I'm worried about my significant other meeting my parents, something like that. Or it could be something big like I'm worried about my cancer diagnosis, and you just hold it, say what you're worried about, and then you're supposed to like slip it under your pillow and sleep with it there, and it's supposed to help take away that feeling of worry and anxiety away. So, you know, first ever CBD right here. So I really like this little sack as well. So I just keep this looped around the little thing on my bed, so it's like here, and if I ever need to use them, it's right by my head. This is just a chewy. This has nothing to do with what I'm on about. These are my crystals that help me with sleep. I want to get a bedside table here so I have like something to hide the plugs. It's a bit gross. And also just so that I can have, oh goodness, it's got a hole in it because I have had this forever. I don't know how long I have had these for, but it has been so long. The obsidian, rose quartz and lavender quartz were the first ones that actually came in this sack, in this organza bag. And they were from my mum's friend's shop, which is closed now, but it was very local and it was very cool. And I was just having a lot of trouble with sleeping and anxiety, and I got these, and they really have helped, but then I lost them for a while. And I was like, dang it. And once I became a Wiccan, I was like, oh, you know, if I had those, oh no. And then literally that weekend, my mum found them. If that's not a sign, I don't know what is. Anyway. And then I bought this from the Psychic Tree. It's a pink howlite, which howlite normally is a white-grey colour, but it just takes to dye so quickly. And it's believed that the dyes actually can change the properties of the crystals. So I keep these by my bed so that, you know, there's the crystals to help me with sleep are right here. Of course, I have, oh, this is the only lavender quartz I have, but I have rose quartz and obsidian. Snowflake obsidian. Yes, so not the only ones of these I've got. This is my only howlite though, I'm sad. So that was my altar tour and, I guess, bedroom update. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which should definitely be Friday. I'm working really hard on that, so remember to comment down below all of the things that I asked about, and just if you enjoyed this video. Bye!